What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? This is Chance, also known as Chance the Poet, also known as Slick Boosie, also known as Chance Aamir. I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel, my Facebook fan page. The reason I'm making this video is because, of course, you're watching my talent. I want you to subscribe, so I want you to get to know a little piece of me in doing so. So I asked my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram fans to, send me some questions that they want to ask me, and I'll answer as many as I can. Well, I'm going to answer 8. And don't mind the stuttering and stuff like that, because this is raw. I'm trying to give it to you as raw and unedited as possible. As far as I go, I'm going to edit the video, but raw and unedited as far as the questions go. This is my first video, so give me some time. Like, be patient with me, because I may start talking fast, but I'm trying not to. So the first question I have is, when did you start writing, or when did you realize you had a gift to start writing? Back in elementary school, I want to say I was around like 9, 10, when I started writing, like, well, in Maryland it's called BCRs and ECRs, which is brief constructive responses and extended constructive responses. And in doing so, they would give you a subject and say, hey, at the end of the class, within an hour, write as much as you can on this subject. And I realized I had a knit for writing. I can write about anything I'm familiar with, whether it's politics, love, heartbreaks, killings, poverty, struggling. I didn't seen it all, or I've been through it all. I know too much about the system. I know too much about life. I know too much about the community for me not to be inspired by something to write about. And I feel as though as long as I'm familiar with what I'm writing about, I can write anything. You feel me? Because I'm one of the kind of people that, like, I only want to be able to speak facts. So I don't want to be able to sit here and preach about something that, and you be like, oh my God, that's wrong. That's not what happened, or that's not how that worked. Because everybody's opinion is different. Everybody's not gonna like my poetry, and I respect that, because I just want to make sure I help one person in the community. As long as I can reach one person and they be like, yo, I've been through that, I can relate to that, I feel that, I fuck with shorty, I respect that, you feel me? And I'm hoping that you can feel me, because I'm trying to feel y'all out by giving y'all stuff that I know you can relate to you. So like I said, as long as I can help one person in the community or across the nation somewhere, wherever this video reaches, as long as I can help one person, I'm good. The second thing is, what inspires your poetry? I honestly get inspired by just things I see outside. Like, I can walk on a corner and see a girl dressed in too skimpy clothing and be like, yo, let me go in the house and write about how I feel as though girls are worth so much more than what they portray themselves to be. Or I could see a man on the corner selling drugs, and I could say, let me go in the house and write about how people are minimizing themselves to selling drugs when they can be out here working as a damn pharmacist, supplying drugs the legal way, getting hella bread. Like, there's so many different things that inspire me in the community. Like I said, that like I want to like portray out there, because I know it can help somebody. This video can reach a drug dealer. They be like, yo, he right. Let me enroll in school. Let me finish this up. Let me do this. Like, as long as I help one person, like I said, we good. That's my motto for this video. As long as I can help one person, we good. How old are you? I'm 25. I'm a Taurus, by the way. My birthday just passed, May 9th. How many siblings do you have? I'm the oldest. I have 3 younger siblings, 2 younger brothers and 1 younger sister. She's a baby girl. Who's your favorite poet? A lot of people don't consider him as a poet, but I'm gonna have to say Tupac, because that's who actually inspired me to start writing. Writing poetry. Because when I would listen to his video and stuff like that, like on his music videos, I would always say, like, yo, like, his lyrics is crazy. Like, this is a real life lyricist, because like the stuff he would speak about wouldn't just be about guns and drugs and stuff. It'd be like stuff in life in general. And like, listening to one of his poems, you would learn so much, you get inspired by so much, and it's crazy, because it seemed like no matter what you do or no matter how you act, like when you listen to one of his poems, it's like something you can relate to. Like, he's from the hood, he's struggled before. Like, and I don't want you to believe that like all poems have to be relatable to somebody that's struggling, because it's not. But I'm just saying that's where it came from and hit home for me, because I've been through that. I came from starting off with a single mom, and my mom met my stepdad, which they've been together since I was 2 and stuff like that. So it's like, I've been on that road. Anyways, does your friends tend to get upset if they hear a poem that they think are inspired by them if it's negative? No, of course not, because one, I don't put my friends' names into poems, and if I ever did put my friend's name into a poem, I'll get the A-OK first, because I'm not like, I'm not that kind of guy. I always want to tell somebody a story, but I don't want them to feel as though I'm beating them down while telling it. I feel like I answered one of these already. Who's your favorite music artist? I like J. Cole, I like Kendrick Lamar, I like Lil Boosie, I like Future, and Yo Gotti from time to time. I miss Yo Gotti back in his CM7 days and stuff like that, but that's neither here nor there. And the last question, because I don't want to make the video too long. My fault. That's a mosquito. I'm trying to make sure I don't get the fuck up. But so, last question. Have you ever had writer's block? And if so, what was the longest time you had to deal with it? I get writer's block quite often, honestly, because like if I sit here, I need to be inspired by something. If I sit here and I just be like, let me write a poem, I have to have a subject first. The hardest part is figuring out the subject. Once I figure out what I want to write about, I gotta make sure like, do I have my facts straight before I go on and tell this story, and then be sitting here looking like a damn fool because I didn't sit here and lie and deceive somebody, or I can be like, what's the most that can happen if I write about this poem? Cause I always weigh out the pros and cons, because I like touching touchy subjects, but I don't want to go too touchy and then I offend somebody, because that's never my plan, you know. The longest I went about writing blocks is probably like a couple of days, because I feel like sometimes your brain it be holding so much information. Sometimes you just walk away from the computer and be like, I'm gonna come back in a few days and finish this poem, or I'm gonna come back in a few days and, you know, extend this poem, or, you know, keep going back, because Monday I can write about love, and on Tuesday I could want to write about politics, but if my mind's still stuck on Monday's poem about love, then it's gonna wind up sounding the same, like the same flow, same writing, same idea, thought process, and I don't want that. So sometimes when it comes to writing block, I think my hardest thing is figuring out what I want to write about, and then the start of a poem. The start of a poem is the hardest part to get. Once you get the start of the poem, once I get the start of a poem, then I can write about what I want to write about. But that's the hardest part. And like I said, the longest time was probably been like a week. I think that's all the questions that I want to answer. If you have any questions that I haven't answered, you can inbox me. I can answer like in my inbox or something like that. But like, again, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel and my Facebook fan page. I appreciate it very much. Once again, I am Chance, also known as Chance the Poet, also known as Chance Aamir, also known as Slick Boosie. It was nice meeting you, and hopefully this is not the last time we meet each other.